Hello and welcome to Advent Day 10. Today we're gonna do our daily 30 days of code work question and then we're gonna make a Discord bot probably as I'm free tonight and I also completed the website I've been talking about and it came out very good. I'm gonna show you guys the website right now. So the the website was done in order to test the uh, limitations and the facilitations that Lovable provides in their free tier, and they provide pretty much everything you need. Like they provide integration with Supabase, which where you can add your images or any of the resources you need to add to your website in a bucket, and then that bucket will be converted into a CSV file, and then it fetches that metadata into your website. It's very easy. It's not super complex at all, and the free tier will suffice for a basic e-commerce website. So if you think about it, it all takes like couple of days in order to make the entire website and then connect it with the database and everything, which actually revolutionizes the thing entirely, the front end development as well as the things and everything. If you know how to properly prompt code, like prompt engineer, and then you're good to go. So that's one thing that people, you guys have to learn. Prompt engineering is, I wouldn't say it's a future, it will be one of the tools and one of the engineerings that people will be studying in the near future. So the more the merrier, and the more join into this community of prompt engineering and then try to make people learn more about how to prompt and stuff. It'll be a very good integrated environment to have. So let's hop on to our first question of the day. 30 days of code. So tonight, it will be a easier problem because it's the 13th day of it. I'm most probably sure 15 day we will encounter a similar problem that we did on day 10. That is to, what did we do in day 10? It was a diagonal matrix. Like in order to get this mat design, and mat design was much easier as compared to the 10 day problem. If you think about it, you just need to take the index and then print it according to the index, and it was pretty similar and easier. So in the upcoming days, we'll be inculcating our sessions with lead code questions as well. As people say to me that lead code is what people like the fan companies ask in interviews. But truth be told, it depends on the position you apply to in these companies where they ask you the fan like lead code art questions. Because only if you're into the SDE or stuff like that, you need to code and stuff. But there are certain positions that pay very well in these companies as well. So look into it whether you need it or not. If you do not need these stuff, then I don't think you need to, do it. So as you can see, I got a new background out there. Ours is prepared for the day of the battle, but victory comes from the Lord. So always pick your Bible and every day the season of Advent is too. It's a specialized season where you either go through the teachings of Matthew, Mark, or Luke, but Luke is the best one to go to. It has only 24 chapters each day, one chapter. If you go with it, then at the December 24th, you will be done with the entire life of Jesus as from the eyes of Luke. So let's first start our Aquarank problem, and then we'll go on to our Discord bot, where I already did some Discord bot introductory integrations, like getting the barcode and everything has been done. This picture in the background is generated by DALI, so that's why the smudges are there. They haven't perfected it for the free tire yet. So let's get on with the problem tonight. Aquarank. I'm thinking, yeah. We are visible tonight and login, which Wi-Fi on? Okay. Tutorials, 30 days of code. So when you do this daily problems from MacRank, first finish 30 days of code and then go for 10 days of JavaScript. And then at the end, go for 10 days of statistics. And then from there, you can start with your artificial intelligence program because this is the way to go. If you do all three at the same time, you're going to get bombarded with just a lot to do. As statistics, each day it has around three problems to do, and you need to think, and a lot has to be done in order to actually understand what kind of functions we are integrating in there. Even though it's all in the code and it's very easy to do, still you need to spend some time with whatever you learn in a single day. Otherwise it all goes down to waste, because programming is a very 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 volatile subject. You need to go back all the time and revise each and every week what you're studying. I don't do that because I spend a lot of time on learning each and every type of problem. But in the near future we will be having revision, or implementing all the things we learned into a project on the weekends. So I'm trying to inculcate that. Also I'll be appearing for my semester finals that in the weekend, so it's going to be pretty hectic for me, but still I'll be pretty much sure that I'll stream every day till the advent season, and then from there on we'll see how we're going to have our schedule of streaming and all, as I'll be going home from my college, and I hope everything falls into place. So today we're gonna do linked list. Linked list is the number one, or any coding interview, any technical interview you go into, they're gonna ask you a linked list problem, because you need to know how to manipulate lists first of all, because all the data you see in the world is all either in a list form, tuple form very rarely, or in a dictionary form. No one's gonna give you a string, because linked list is equivalent to more like a CSV or Excel, whatever you think. It's all a linked list under sorted. If you sort in data, you're gonna get a linked list or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna do this, and it's a success rate of 98.80%, which is very low comparatively, and max score is 30, and it's a basic problem. So let's get into it. Today we will work with the linked list. Check out the tutorial tab for learning materials and an instructional video. A node class is provided for you in the editor. A node object as an integer data field, data, and a node instance pointer. Okay, first and foremost, let's take a list. I'm gonna open my paint and I'm gonna have some terrible drawings in there. So because I'm also learning with you guys. So learn to code while drawing out your solutions or the approach you're going to take towards problem, so that when they call up to a whiteboard and ask you to explain the approach you're going to take, it will be easier for you to draw it if you do it very very frequently and every day. And in order to crack an interview, or in order to get anything done, any project or anything, even let's say you're going to start a startup and you have a brilliant project idea, if you're not able to visualize and then deconstruct it into simpler bits in order for you to draw in a whiteboard, then you're not going to convince anyone to invest in your project, or you're not going to convince anyone to hop on your project while leaving their life behind. Because if you're having a startup and it's a very good idea, you're definitely not going to generate any income for the production stage at least. So you need to keep that in mind, deconstruct, devise any idea you have to the simpler bits, and then you should be able to draw it down or write it down in a whiteboard. So we don't have a whiteboard yet, and we don't have that much funding, so we're gonna go and use the oldest trick in the book, MS Word. Sorry, MS Paint. Fuck. So Paint is here, and wait a minute, why my head is okay? Let me okay, this should be good. Here we have it. So this is a paint. So here I'm gonna draw it. So you see linked list. This is what a linked list is. Each and every thing in here is a list. L1, L2, and L3. Not in the same order. It will be this will be L1, this will be L2, and this will be L3. Okay. Wait, let me try to draw it in a much better way. Where can I get a pen though? Oh, here we have it. Marker. We want this like this. So this is L1 linked to L2. 2 and this is linked to L3. So this is a linked list. So what are the pointer here? So there will be a variable that points to this value. Like let's say L1 contains 10, okay? And this variable points to a node that has 10. That is what pointers are essentially. That is the basic idea of a pointer. This thing I got it from a YouTube video back when I was in my first year of college. So the L2 will contain, let's say, 12. So these each and every list will have preordained values, like the values will be already assigned. So what is this pointer? This pointer will contain the address for what you need. Like let's say address a t t r. Okay, address of an element inside a linked list. So if you want 14's address, this will point you towards L3, and inside L3 the index of 14. You see, the index of 14 will be pointed so that you know where 14 lies. You cannot change the address of an element, but you can change the pointer. You can manipulate this pointer in order to point towards 13 or 12 or 10. So it works like this. Okay, so that is pretty much that. So that is a pointer. That is the most simplified explanation to a pointer. So yeah, bear with me. What is a pointer? Pointer is something that points to a that as a address of a element that exists in a linked list. So that is a pointer. So let's say there is an array of integers n, and you need n plus 1 or n minus 1. That is the element before the last element. So there will be a pointer pointing towards that particular index, like a square brackets of n minus 1 equivalents to s. S is the pointer here that points to this particular index. So s is just a pointer that contains the address of an element that you need in your program. Am I meaningful? So this is pretty much the pointer. I'll even try to get the video of where I learned this and then paste it in the description after the stream ends. So this is pointer. So now what we're gonna do, that we will go through this mission problem statement and then we'll go on what to do regarding this. A node instance function is also declared in your editor. Oh wait, we have to read from here. A node instance pointer next pointing to another node, that is the next node in the list. Node instance function is also declared in it. It has two parameters: a pointer, a head pointing to the first node of a linked list, and an integer data that must be added to the end of the list as a new node object. Complete the insert function in your editor so that it creates a new node, pass data as the node constructor argument, and inserts it and at the tail of the linked list referenced by the head parameter. Once the new node is added, return the reference to the head node. The head argument is null for an empty list. The first line contains t, the number of elements to insert. Each of the next t lines contains an integer to insert at the end of the list. Return a reference to the head node of the linked list. Okay, so this is t equals 4, and these are the elements to be inserted. First data is 2, fourth data is 1. Sample auto 2341. T equals 4, as your method will insert 4 nodes into an initially empty list. First, the node returns a new node that contains the data value 2 as the head of the list. Then create and insert nodes 3, 4, and 1 at the tail of the list. Okay, so the first tail will be null. So N1 node will contain 3, and then N2 will be null, and that should be updated to 4, and N3 will be null, and that should be updated to 1, and N4 will be null. So we will go to tutorial tab now. I think we should, okay. A single linked list is a data structure having a list of elements where each element has a reference pointing to the next element in the list. Its elements are generally referred to as nodes. Each node has a data field containing a data value and a next field pointing to the next element in the list. Ram showed below. Okay. This is the following output. Mm. So we gonna go linked list Python. A linked list is a type of linear data structure similar to arrays. It is a collection of nodes that are linked with each other. A node contains two things. First is data, and second is the link that connects it with another node. Below is an example of a linked list with four nodes, and each node contains character data and a link to another node. Our first node is where head points, and we can access all the elements of the linked list using the head. Creating a linked list in Python. In this linked list class, we will use the node class to create a linked list. In this class, we have an init method that initializes the linked list with an empty head. Next, we have created an insert at begin method to insert a node at the beginning of the linked list, and insert at index method to insert a node at the given index of the linked list, and insert at end method. Okay, what we need is just initializing the first node. So we need this. So let's just check whether they already initialized it for us. Class node. Okay, so they have already initialized this for us. Okay, what we need to do is we need to add current equals head current dot data. So what I'm gonna do is wait, solution of expected and indented block view problem, the function definition on line 12. Oh, okay. Oh, so what if I remove line 12 and then run this? What are we gonna get? Okay, my list dot insert of solution object has no attribute insert. Okay, so this is where the class has to come in. Reset, and we got everything in place. Now they have initialized it for us, and they have also def display of self current equals dead, while current print current dot data end equals to current equals current dot next. Okay. Mm, so we are asked to do complete the insert function in a so that it creates a new node, pass data as the node constructor argument, and inserts it at the tail of the linked list reference by head parameter. Once the new node is added, return the reference to the head node. Okay. We need to add a new node. Let's try this one out. Why am I submitting? Traceback line 16 self dot ed. I thought it is here and then I used ed. What is the problem here? Solution object has no attribute ed. Mm, okay. So now we need to self dot head. Oh, we need to put it inside insert dot head equals head and self dot data equals data. Mm, and then solution of solution does mustn't it contain okay class and then we are defining it. Okay, not bad. Run it. Input it did not return an error, so we are in the right path. Let's hop on to the discussions and check. Mm, okay, let's see. Why there's something missing. Okay, yeah, got it. If node equals node of data, if ed equals none, then think if ed is none, self dot read equals ed. I do not think so. That is the right way to go. So we will take our notepad, paste it. So complete the insert function in editor so that it creates a new node, pass data as the node constructor argument and inserts it at, wait, do we have a self dot data? Oh, next and previous. Okay, so if it is none, we're going to the previous one and then previous node and then we are adding the data to the node, then we are returning the node with the data we collected. That is what return node. Else so else has to be self dot read dot next equals node self dot pre equals node and then return head. Okay, it's still as self. All right, so let's try running this. Delete, remove. Okay, yes. All right, so now I'm gonna explain this code to you guys. I let's see. So what does the class display do is it starts with the head nodes, traverse through the link using the next pointer, like it goes towards the links until the current, like the current node, the node that it looks at is none. Okay, till it reaches none. If it reaches none, it prints out a data of each node separated by spaces. The insert method. So it creates a new node with the given data. That is what node equals node of data actually represents. If the linked list is empty, if head is none, the new node becomes the head. The new node that we initialized with our data, that becomes the head. Save the references. So we are saving it. If head is none, self dot previous equals to node. The first node that we initialized in node equals data. And we return that node. If head is none, else we are going to the next node, next like the new node, and then we are linking it to the previous one, that is self dot previous. That is the node, right? Self dot previous, we are linking it to it, and we update self dot previous to the new node. We are linking it and updating it. So that is what happens there. So that is pretty much it. So what we are doing is we are first initializing a new node which takes our data, and if head is none, that is the first t0, right? It says that self dot previous equals node. T0 becomes the node of the data, like the node that we already initialized in here. And then we return that node. So we are first printing T0, else self dot previous dot next equals node. If the node is not empty, T0 is not empty right now. So what we are doing is adding another node, that is the next node with self previous, and then we are updating the self previous plus the t0 plus t1, where t1 is also has a data, and then we are linking it and then returning the head. The head is what? T1 is the head now. Sorry, not t1 is not the head. The head becomes n0 plus n1. It becomes like that. So the new head is initial t0 becomes head to null. The head becomes this. So that is pretty much it. If you sum up this, we're gonna get it. That's it. I need to work on more of these problems. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we are gonna try to code a Discord bot. Discord bot. I think I'll sign in with a QR code. Just a minute, boys. So wait, let me get my Discord. Let's sign in. Settings, devices. Oh, wait. How can I? How must I log in? I forgot. And QR code. Here it is. So let me scan. Login. Okay. So this is the bot we'll be working on for today. So it's the music streaming bot. So yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go through few YouTube videos in order to entirely do this. I I am more so what we have to do is we have to do this in a Replit or any of the. Can we do it in Google Colab though? So that is one thing that we have to check. If we can do it in Google Colab, then we do have a place to host it as well. So we are gonna take the help of ChatGPT as well as we're gonna take the help of YouTube in here. YouTube. Help me make a Discord bot that can stream music. So we got the prompt over there and happy to see our own thing going on in here. Let's leave it at that. How to make a Discord bot Python. So this one is at 11-month old. Install dependencies. Okay, this is all okay. Cool, cool, cool. Don't we need a our bot token? Okay. Can I use Google Colab to make this so that we get hosting sorted as well? I need to go grab dinner in around 15-20 minutes. So we'll be resuming the stream after this as well. So we need to do it in a Replit. How's Heroku? I am not doing an EC2 instance. I don't have money. So let's just do a replit. I started doing a Python bot when I was in my 10th grade. Now it's almost around 7 years has gone by, and I still haven't made my first bot yet. So, yeah, I'm on Replit. Give me, give me step by step instructions for this music bot. Select the Python template. Okay, so our Mac O'Donnell we are thing. So we are creating it. The replit open the pyproject.toml file, create it if it doesn't exist. We do have it already. And let's just put this aside. Add the following dependencies. Okay. Oh, here it is dependencies. Wait a minute. This is our code. So on this as a dependency. So I copied it. And so what we don't have tool dot okay, click shell tab and run. Shell tab. What must I type in? Poetry install, right? Poetry, poetry install. Invalid value at line 8. I knew it. So I need to take this out. So let's just go up. Poetry install. At line 9. Wait a minute. I know what's the problem here. Don't need this. No. What if I take out entirely Python line, invalid at line 10? Everything is invalid at this point. Hmm. Invalid value. Should I not give a space? Invalid at line 8 again. What if I don't give colon? No quotes. Let's try this. Invalid value. Can I not give pip install or something like that? This is one of the reasons I don't use REPLs. It's very bad. In order, you need to know a lot. So line 8. I'm just gonna do Copy, paste it here. It should look like this. Okay. We'll not use the alternate one right away. So, okay. And now, let's see. Not valid under any of the given schemas. Is it because of this? Right. Copy. Dependency declaration. And isn't this giving me the same? When using Word, the dot and package names can cause conflicts. Okay. The format is equals version. Okay, you did. All right, let's just some authors Mac and our mail ID has to be here. So Mac. You don't need to use your real name, so yeah. Just try it now. Otherwise, you have to look. Okay. Now here it is. Is it because of the author was not there? Definitely not. Okay, we did got that sorted out. What's the next step? Download a static build of FMVG from the static builds. Extract the archive to get the FMVG executable. In Replit, upload the file to your download a static build. Okay, so we need to download a static build. What we'll do now. Static builds download. Does it have a link? Control or shift click? No idea. So for instance, I don't know which one to actually get. We'll ask how to do this and which version to download. So this is johnwickles.com. So this is the original one. Download source code. Okay. And inside the extract use an okay, here it is. Select 64-bit. Download Peter, Dijkstra, Heaviside, Rhino. Let's go to Windows and can.dev is something familiar for me. Wait a minute, I do have this. I do have this. Architect versions uses latest table will select static. So latest. Hmm. Problem is I do already have it installed in my computer, so I don't think I'm gonna install it again. Download the file. Section tool to extract the inside the extract. Locate the path. Okay. Upload the information. Okay, so we need to check FM, FMPGG. That is gonna take some time. FFM, FFMPG. Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss and then I'm gonna come back. Until then, my PC will search for the FFmpeg. Okay, I did find the FMPG Essentials build in my downloads. The problem is, I think I changed the no the thing like yeah, here it is. It's empty. Let me check. Is it in my code dev? So which means that we need to install it again and download. Go install widgets. Go install widget. Install git master. No builds. Git master build 7.1, 7.1, 7z fully shared version. Here this is 7.1. So we will take this essentials build, and don't we have need a static build? So let's go to BTBN and we will check for a static build. Shared GPU source code. Uh, so we don't need the release essentials only. So we will go to Windows GAN and then get the release essentials. Now that just says essentials build. What do we now? What, let's just download this and then try to upload it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And it's at 26.8 MB. So what's the next step? Upload it, open the shell and run it. To get permission in the okay. So we'll close this one out. Wait for it to download. So we do have it. It's a zip file. I'm gonna extract it. So extracting it gives us a 260 some GB. So inside the extractor, locate FMPG executable. All it says is a FMPG. There's a application in the bin and then documentation and then presets. So I did got the FMPG executable, which is 83 point something. Think so. Here we have to upload a file. Okay, let's upload it. No, sorry. Upload a file. Downloads. AG inside it. Bin. It's uploading. I have 20 minutes to go get dinner. Otherwise, I have to starve today. So I'm gonna end the stream right now, and then I'm gonna go get some dinner for myself, and then I'll be back around 20-30 minutes later, and then we will try to finish as much as we could in the spot. So that will be it for today. Not exactly it. So I'll be